Mino ita shandi andi wenjian. Ita sha jigik ken mini gug. Me wenji kagwichi minan. Just the zin de zun. Me ya wa kagwichi mini gug. Anybody here understand what I just said? Willing to translate? Anybody? All right, I might have to switch to English then. I might have to switch this language immersion group to English. Come on, you guys laugh. I'm trying to be funny. Mike, at least.
We're all on mute.
Well, I can see you guys and you're not laughing. Come on, Mike, smile at least. There you go. There. So what I said was for my benefit, I want to know who's all here. So one, tell me your name. And if you're not here, put your hand up. 1, 2, 3. We got 3 comedians here. I'll have you know, I'll do the jokes here. So first thing is, who are you? And Gidodem, Gidodem, who is your client? Meanwhile, the third one is, where are you from? And then a little bit about your language skills, because I want to know how much of this I can stay in Ojibwe. I would prefer to do it all in Ojibwe, but if you guys don't understand, all you're hearing is words. So I'm just going to call you out by what's on the name on your screen. Shannon.
Uju. Wawate Gijikok Indigo. Nagun Sminikaning Nindonji. Nagig Nindotem. And I feel like I'm still an infant, so still very much a beginner, but starting to recognize and understand more of language that's spoken to me.
Miigwech. On my screen next is Bridget. Neganigone.
Arni. Bridget Niganagane. Dishnikas. Wapskam Kons. Is my Anishinaabemowin. Megizet Dodem. We come Don Jaba. Saskatchewan Megwa.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd be okay with immersion.
And what's your language skill at?
I'm intermediate, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty okay with it.
Miigwech. Nga Anishinaabem. Nga gagwe Anishinaabem gigadoan. Donna, Ginitam. Donna.
Hi. I would have no language skill. I'm a speech pathologist with Winnipeg 1 School Division. So I've done some Cree through them. But, that's as far as I've gone. And so I wasn't really sure what I was tuning into, but wanted to check it out. So yeah, no language skills other than English here.
Miigwech, Donna. My presentation is all about, I'm a retired language teacher.
Oh, awesome.
And I'm going to showcase my my book.
Okay.
And answer the question that people ask me a lot. They say, hey, Pebam, how did you produce fluent speakers? And so today I'm going to give you guys all my secrets.
Well, it'd be a great thing for me to use with a lot of our students. So I'm excited for that.
You got Donna.
Thank you.
Angela Black. Yeah.
Sorry, we're new at this. I'm way over here in front of my laptop. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm a beginner speaker, like a baby. I can understand some words, but I'm sitting here with my coworker June, and we're trying to do some language programming in our community. We work with Child and Family Services.
What community? What community are you at?
Swan Lake in Manitoba.
Oh, okay.
Pekamot. Yeah.
You guys got a copy of the book?
No, we don't. I just saw this post on Facebook today, so we're trying to check it out and see what we can do to.
Okay.
Speakers. Good.
Miigwech. Gabi Animad.
Buju ginawa gabayani mad indigo bishki maingan indodem kawaba bagani kag and tunchaba. I can conjugate verbs pretty well, but I don't have a very large vocabulary, so I'm hoping to improve my vocabulary and general skills.
Miigwech.
Miigwech.
Conjugating verbs is a class I teach after level 1. So I believe that learning language, first you learn how to listen, then you speak, and that's what level 1's all about. Then reading and writing, those are secondary skills. And I teach people how to conjugate verbs until the buffalo come home.
Well, I think I skipped level 1.
Oh. Yeah, most people fall into the mistake of going in and conjugating verbs. When you conjugate verbs, you're not really teaching Ojibwe. You're teaching about Ojibwe, in my opinion anyways. People will figure out how to conjugate verbs if you immerse them in the language. Gishpen apane abijituin Anishinaabemowin. Giga nawan dag hei ki abijituin. But that's what kenda nawa ani nekei je abibizit je abidaka au Kidinwewin Inaud. So it's my opinion that when you use immersion in a classroom, the students will put together the grammar in their heads instead of stopping and explaining grammar, but they do it. So that's the method I'm showcasing today. That's what I'll be talking about. All right, Mike Jones, Gini Tam. I went in Gin. By the way, your screen says Shelley.
That's my maiden name. Buju, my Indigenous cause. Nigi Gunsmani Conning, Ninduanji, Wajash Nindudam. Robert Moore School, Nindanoki. My name is Mike Jones. I teach elementary level Ojibwe for the Rainier River District School Board at Robert Moore School in Fort Francis.
Very good, Mike. Appreciate all your service you do for the board and the community. Very good. Jacob, Gini Tam.
Anim, Dibwe Rochelle Indigenous cause, Jacob Jinakazo na Beman. Toronto and Donjaba, Wabshishi and Dodem, Galin and Anishinaabemowin, Mage Negweja Anishinaabemowin et Nejanis son. Guy Benojiag, P. Chinishnabeg, Gigido, Bungi Zanagat Jusastam Kinagego. Opta Nui Sustam, Nibana Nui, oh, Gigat. Minoa, yeah, Ganawaj Misakina.
Igwich, Kinista Tutawin. Kegetigo da bimata ziwenigak kitinwewin Inaud. Kishpinago pane kinomoga kich abinojiag kini janisag. Kegetigo da bimata ziwenigak. Migenin in the one. Miigwech. Ellen. You have to unmute yourself, Ellen. Unless everybody here knows how to lip read.
I don't know how I'm just supposed to do that. Wait.
Oh yeah, I can hear you now. You're good.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay.
Just checking in. Who are you?
I'm Ellen Hool. Is that it?
Miigwech.
Okay.
Hi, Ellen.
Ali, Ginitum.
Hi, I'm Allie. My Ojibwe, I'm very much a beginner. I can pick up some words and I try to like, yeah, I can pick up some words. So, yeah, thank you.
Miigwech. Shirley K.
Bonjour, can you hear me?
Ginondoin.
Oh, bonjour, anang indigo. I was saying them. Anang aming de bendagus. You wait, esta. Shwina vitang danaki. I can understand pangiyat tagon nanita Anishinaabe. I think I'm learning more. It's all in my head. If you understand what I mean. The language is in my head and it's taking me some work to try and get it out into to speak it. But pangiyat tagon. Wash the system when I grew up in with the communities, well, with my grandma, like I understand her, but my work has involved with a lot of other First Nations, so I'm beginning to understand more and more. My work is, I want to understand more so I can work with the elders.
Aha. Miigwech. I ganabash ki yikienemin. I tasha nimin wendan any tagus yen. I tiwenjien ki Gikenima nibio uya giwete Anishinaabemowin. Miigwech, Winamagien. Kate McDonald.
There you go. Bonjour, Yakinawea. Benestia Gitsta Kwe Indigu. Mekanakni Dodem. Fairford Gaye Kinnesoda Nindunji. Nindinishnaabem Bangieta. I can understand more than I can speak. And I get nervous when I have to speak in front of new people and I lose my language skills. So, but I can understand quite a bit. Miigwech.
Let me see your hand.
I know it's like
Miigwech. Nashki Weben Seek. Are you there?
Bonjour, Pebam.
Bonjour.
Nashki Webenesik in Dunjaba and Maigani Dudem, Gawa Babi Ganika in Dunjaba. Very, very beginner. My spiritual advisor, my Wetner, just passed away recently, so I was in the middle of learning how to speak our language when I lost him. But yes, very beginner.
Which? Nelson. Nelson. Nelson, you got to unmute yourself. There you go.
There you go. Oh, Nelson Anishinaabemodaa. Ma Canada Indonje, ma Winnipeg, Kitonche Karnonan. Want to kin Antikine and
Nin and Dayama Gakabi Kang Asian Kade Gicho Dena. Itasha Nigigo Sminikaning Ijinikate Wenjian. Kinista Totawina. Kinista
Tona.
Aha.
Tona?
Miigwech. Mio.
Yeah, Miigwech.
Lynn, gini dam. Lynn.
Wanani?
Not Lynn. Wait the basic.
So, my name is Lynn Rice. I'm from Albertville, Minnesota. I'm a White Earth reservation member, and I'm an infant, just learning how to speak.
Miigwech, Lynn.
Great.
Wanda.
Wanin, dinamagananik, muzie pnasio kado, naman dotem. Dikiga ashing minwa gaga ming ndon jabamin. Ishtuan gagashien giga igtan Anishinaabemowin. Upje kandam gainin, wa gigam dewa dinamagananik ikishtuan giga igtuat. Miigwech ticket, wa knagego. Miigwech.
Owa miigwech, Wanda. Gige tigo ginita Anishinaabem. Miigwech windamagien. Wapshki gizis ikwe.
Uju ginawa, bangia tagonin na tao jabwem, wapishki kisa sikwe indugu, maingan indudem. Estebani bawa tegin dunjaba, nungom Cambridge and da. This year is probably the first year that I've like started really studying the language more serious than I used to. My first exposure to the language was in about 7th grade through like language table or quiz bowls, not language table, sorry, quiz bowls. So it was more about like memorizing phrases and words so we could buzz in and answer questions and less about really understanding the language. So yeah, I haven't really taken any classes or anything, so I'm just trying to learn as I go. But like a lot of people have said, like I feel like a baby speaker, and so I'm excited to learn more and use the language more.
There's a name for your dialect. It's called quiz bowl dialect. I just made that up. Thanks for smiling, Mike. Cynthia, gini tam do dem.
Oh, bonjour, Dodam. Cynthia Jordan, Indigenous, Dibishko, Gamingog, Kwe Indigo, Bijun Dodam, Kuchiching, Minoa, Nisachuan, Ndonji, Bemose, Tribal Council, and Danoki, Kenora, and Da. I work for Bemose Tribal Council in Kenora, and I do curriculum development for 6 schools in the Kenora area, and I'm working on also language. I coordinate language projects, and our most recent project has been to develop a book which will be coming out very, very soon. So we interviewed elders over the last 2 years, and I'm hoping to do an online book release. But my language learning has been, I'm also an eavesdropper. I can understand pretty much everything. And, but for me, I think a couple people said the same, was to get it out. And that's where I need more practice, and I get shy. But I did grow up in, both my parents spoke. So, and I also have the Kuchiching dialect from my dad, and then the Dawes dialect from my mom in Kenora. So I'm trying to marry the two, which has been a real nice learning process for me. And anyway, it's good to see all of you guys. Miigwech.
Miigwech. JTP.
Who's you?
Bonjour.
Am I introducing myself? I am, hey? Okay. All right. Nigadabinesi, Indigenous cause, Bijun and Dotem, Nihus Minikaning and Donji. And in Danoki Nigigusuwini Wigwam Child Care Center. Me.
Miigwech. Migo mino basic and do dem. Biju ka ima. Ron Rick. Winning gina yin.
Oh, bonjour. Want to get the big Indigenous cause Makoy and do that. I'm a beginner, and I'm from the Turtle Mountains in North Dakota. Miigwech.
Miigwech. Nibinikwe. Nibinikwe. Winning gina yin.
Ba, honey.
Oh, wow.
Even quite go makwado dem bejugo madao. Chiging nedominising don jaba. And I'm slightly above beginner.
Miigwech. Dustin, winning gina yin. You gotta unmute yourself, Dustin.
Gaunjada.
Imagadna. Okay, Magad.
Oh, bonjour. Agi me wikamek in the go, Bijon Dudem, Odawazaga, Kanigin Dunjaba, Nungum Dash, Kakabakang, and Gipeja, dan under Kendaman getting away with not. Go down, me which me.
Oh, me which. Jen, winning in our yin.
Bonjour, can you hear me?
Take it, Kinunda in.
Banashi Nagamakwa Dishnakaz. Bekejunang Dunjaba Migaze Dodem. I'm a grade 1 teacher and beginner, I'd say. Mio.
Miigwech, Jen. Jay Peltier. Winning in. Jay Peltier.
Sorry, I had to learn how to unmute. Bonjour. I'm still very much a beginner. I'm taking classes out of Turtle Mountain. I understand quite a bit, beginner level. Just not very good at speaking just yet.
Miigwech. Sandra Indian.
Oh, bonjour. Manitou, Mr. Tim Indigo. Menwewe Ganeashik Indigo, Giji go Kwandigo, Awasasin Dotan, Nigaming Donji. Ni Anoki Itigwek, Not Kamigwaning. Ite Pebambines School, Ishinkatek. Yeah.
Miigwech. Karen Cedarwall. Karen Cedarwall. There you go.
Okay, had trouble unmuting. It's Karen. I'm just a beginner. I'm a high school teacher for 7 generations.
Miigwech. AP. I went in how in AP. Earth calling AP.
They don't have a microphone, they said.
Oh.
Just a headset.
So Chrissa.
Yeah.
Oh, Chrissa, did I get everybody? Can you tell?
I
think that's it, huh?
I think so. Is there anybody who didn't get to go that wants to volunteer? I think you got everyone.
Miigwech ginawa. Tash ingimin wendan ginawa giga gigitoyeg. Niwi gagwek kandan hani ne p ten dagwak ke ikitinwe win abijituyin. I intentionally asked all of you to speak so that I could get an idea of what your language skills were at. And you all, you guys all sound really good. Get to go the bimat ziwinika kidinwewininan. Gishpinigo apane abijituyin. So our language will surely live on for those, because you guys are choosing to continue using it. I also knew that this would take about half an hour, and so far it's taken 31 minutes, so we're right on schedule. And I'm going to try finish by 2:30. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I'll try finish by 2:30. And if you have to leave at any time, just welcome. You're welcome to leave. If you need to get up and go to the bathroom, that's fine. If you need to go, whatever you need to do, then you go take care of yourself as you need to be here. Kigawin ba ini mawinin nin awian. Pebambines indigo niwin itasha indayanan winzuinan. Pebambines, Shiwebines, Manitu Gije, Kishiba Arni mud. Niwen nimbimi witonan winzuinan. Bishu itasha awen do dame. Apachi niminwen dan gekini maga awen do dame. Nigi was minikaning ijinika de ishkunigan. Migo imaga undata zian. Mino itasha ingi kinomage oma University of Minnesota Asianica Daga Gachi Gabek Kanda Sawika Migo. Migo Ema Tasha Ngitaji Khan Gidinwe Wininan. Gigago Nishtana She Shang Sobibon Ngi Kinomatana Gidinwe Wininan. Apache Tasha Jibwa Ishwa Nukian Ngi Ojibi an Mazanaigan, Mitashia Watashindaman Nogum. Daga Anishinaabemodaa, Ejinikate Mazanaigan Watashindaman, Oman Nogum. Aha, Angani Kanotanga Kituan. So, the little translation is I have 4 Indian names: Pebambines, Shiwebines, Manitu Gije, Kishiba Animud. And the links is my clan. And Nigigos Minikaning is the home community that where I was born and raised. And Gakabikang, which is Minneapolis, is where I currently reside. Nin Minoa Indiquem in Dayen Daminama Kichotena. My wife and I, we live here in Minneapolis. Minoa Itasha Nin Noja Sagoma Yawagi Tashigaye. Mina Ningos. My son also lives here, and so do my grandchildren. Gawin Galbe Gikinomage si Gishwa Kinomage. I am retired. I'm in my 4th year of retirement. One of my favorite activities is grandpa duty. Yeah. I like it when my grandchildren call me Gramps. And my grandson is autistic, and we go out and see movies, and he talks to himself, being autistic. And I often ask him, Miss Cobanez, who are you talking to? And he always makes me laugh when he says, you just never mind, Gramps. He always makes me laugh when he says that. Anyways, Kakabakong is where I'm at, and 4 years ago I retired, and I spent my whole 30 years of teaching the language. And today I'm going to answer the question, hey Mom, how did you produce fluent speakers of Ojibwe? How did you do that? And so today I'm going to give away all my secrets. So I'm going to tell you how he did it. Dasha Jibwa Mach Tayang Niga niwi jinja aman asema. Itasha gawi gishpin gawin ayasiwan asema. Enga abijatun asema nagamun ejinakatek. Ngi gagwichma itashkaye wapshke gizes akwe. Jinagamun gagin asema nagamun. Minawa ali gagin widu kawshin jinagamutuang. Sema nagamun minawa gabeyani mud. Ginawa widu kawshin just asema kandao miga kitata awa kinomagoan. So before we start, what I want to do is I want to sing a tobacco song. And this tobacco song is, if you have tobacco, go ahead and put it in your hand. Go ahead and put tobacco in your hand if you have it. And if you don't, then this song will cover that. This song will will help you. And in the book that I wrote, one of the things that I always recommend to people is asema kandao. You know, that's an Anishinaabe word for always use your tobacco. Nothing comes first without tobacco. You always got to use your tobacco. Asema kandao. Now, my teacher told me that sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you don't have any tobacco. And every self-respecting Anishinaabe always has tobacco. But there are some days when you wake up and you're not that self-respecting and you forget your tobacco. So that's where this song will help you. And I've asked my helpers that are online with us to help me sing the song. Wapshke Giz Zakwe, you got the second, Ali, you got the third, and Gabeya Namut, you got the fourth. Okay? So what I'm going to do is when it's your turn to sing, unmute yourself. Okay? Kinista tutan? Okay, so asema nagaman. Miigwech.
Indigen, Jawi no gawe sema. Indigen, Ogimawe, Madewe sema. Way I way.
Yes.
Way I way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Way I way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Way I way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Way I way. Yeah, 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 way. Bindigen, wabeno estema. Bindigen, jawenonga estema. Bindigen, ogimawe, medewe estema.
Owa ni kanagana mi gwech. Nigan gijin ja manan the same aminan. We have sent our tobacco forward. Mino itasha ingaga gisama as atso kan ka ganawendang gitinwewinan. Migo ema jiskaning ingi isha. Ingi kagwe twe tasha. Awenena au atso kan ka ganawendang gitinwewinan. Mitasha ingi windamago au atso kan. Aginji bagwe se ijinikazo atso kan kaganawendang gitinwewinan. Mino aitasha etego jigida the kobina asema mino wazawigen yite kinomagien zeni basi dashta kita gona ikaye. Mino aitash kita ganona pane atso kan kaganawendang gitinwewinan. Me ye wa windamo in the good. So with this tobacco song, I send your thoughts, your prayers, your aspirations forward to all of the spirit keepers of that look after you. And ngagizama gitin kiwinzuinewa, minawa kido demiwa, minawa atso kanaga ganawinimigo yeg. So I send it to the spirit helpers of all of your names, your Indian names, also your clan, and also the helpers that are in your family and that are in your community. And what I said in Ojibwe was there is a spirit keeper of the language. And I went to a shaking tent and I went and asked that question. My teacher told me that Gishpen gonna win the man didn't win in an gonna win in mig at so kan ka di bendang didn't win in an. My teacher told me if you take care of the language, the spirit keeper of the language will take care of you. So every fall before I started teaching, I would do a ceremony in my class. But at the end of my teaching career, I often wondered, who is the spirit keeper of the language? Who is that? And so I went to a shaking tent and I went and asked, and I was told that it is a little bird. So you can tell people, a little bird told me. And this is the American goldfinch. And the American goldfinch has yellow wings and a black body. And what I was told was you take some tobacco and you wrap it up in a little bit of a cloth, a yellow cloth, and you tie it up wherever you are trying to learn the language. And then you have a ribbon that you hang right from that tobacco tie. And then you talk to that spirit keeper of the language and you ask that spirit keeper to help you learn the language. And so when you Gishpenigo Gagwe Giken the Mudden, Anishinaabemowin, Giga we do cargo, Giga wichi ega awat so kan. Mino etasha da ombise magadi iyo giga gigituin. So when you talk to the spirit keeper of the language, he will look after you, and he will help you, and he'll help you with your pursuit, because learning language is a spiritual pursuit, and revitalizing the language for the people is an honorable pursuit. And if you dedicate your life to this language cause, then the language will take care of you. And what it has done for me is it has provided me with a job throughout my whole career. For 29 years, I taught the language, and it's kept me employed. And so that's how I wanted to start, and that's what I wanted to relate to you guys. All right, I am going to make you guys a deal. If you guys don't ask me anything, I'm just going to keep on talking. So, is there any question yet so far of anything that was covered? See a lot of smiles. I see a lot of smiles out there.
What colors do you put out for the language spirit?
A yellow ribbon, a yellow cloth, and a yellow ribbon.
Oh, make that.
Now, for those of you that go to OOG, you know, they use that image of the Ginjibagwesi on their letterhead. And those of you that know the director there, her name is she's named after the spirit keeper of the language. Ginjibagwesi has an Indian name, and that spirit's name is a female, and her name is Ozawibine Sik. That's if you want to talk to the spirit keeper of the language and talk to them directly, Ozawibine Sik or Wezawibine Sik, if you want to do initial vowel change. So you can talk directly to the spirit. Wezawibine Sik. Wezao is the color yellow. Benes is the thunderbird. Wezawibine Sik. You good for that question, Ron? Gabin and Gigo? Any questions? All right, I'm just going to keep on talking then. All right, so I'm going to show you guys something here. And I'm going to switch on to screen share. And I'm going to show you what this whole thing is based on. Can everybody see that? Shannon, can you see that?
Going, I can't see.
So you can't see that?
Now we can see it.
Now you can see it?
Oh, nope. No, we can't.
Good. Can you see that yet?
It worked so well in our trial run.
Yeah, it did.
Going.
All right, let me try something else. Can you see that?
Some of the most, I think that one of the people I
Going.
listen to is the.
All right. Nobody can see what I'm displaying?
Going.
Well, I have never heard Denise speak. I don't know.
You never heard who speak?
I think that was just background.
Oh. So I got it up on my screen. Can you guys see that?
No, try share, like, take it down and try screen sharing again.
Okay.
And then select the screen you want to share.
So, I got to get back to you guys first. All right, I can see everybody.
So down at the bottom of your screen,
Yep.
there should be a green button.
Yep, share screen.
Like that, yep. And then it'll give you options of what you want to display.
Okay.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, wow. No, Kima, good. All right. I'm going to breeze through this real fast, okay? The model that I'm presenting to you today is based on this course syllabus, and I taught beginning Ojibwe at the University of Minnesota. And there's one of the books is Daga Anishinaabemodaa, Ojibwe word list, and then the dictionary. And these were the goals. The student will develop their listening skills in class by being totally immersed in the Ojibwe language. So I assume the first week of class is the only week that students are allowed to use English. After that, they cannot use English. In fact, I make them put their hand up, and I tell them to make a pledge. And here's what they say. They say, Gawin Inga Jagana Shimosi. Gishpin Jagana Shimoyan Bizanigo Inga Zalgijiwebenigo. So I pledge not to speak English. If I do speak English, you can throw me out. I've never had to throw anybody out. Okay. So there's an attendance. The only way immersion works, immersion if a student commits to it. And so I have an attendance policy, and the class met 5 days a week and an hour a day, every day. And right there, see that? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every day for 16 weeks for an hour before lunch. And I try to teach them to be punctual. Also, if their phone went off in the classroom, I would tell them to put it on speaker. So if you come into my class with your phone on and it rings, you got to put it on speaker. So I'll show you what really helped is right here, a language tutor. What I did was so after I taught the language to a student, I would recruit him back the second year, and I would ask him to be my tutor. And then in the classroom, that's when we do some team teaching. So one of the things that worked is, first thing is I taught the student the language, and then I taught them how to teach it. And then we team taught. Now, here's the key to all of this, oral quizzes. Every week, they were expected to do an oral quiz. So this is a summary of quiz 1, is a pronunciation exercise, counting. I took something as simple as counting. Beijing, Nij, Nisui. And then they played with it. And then the skills got, the second one is about feeling terms, the third one, weather, the fourth one, commands. We have a command song that we use. The fifth one is a paradigm, like neen, geen, ween. And then for a weather term on quiz 6. And then 7 is a dialogue between people, 2 people talking. And then I combined quizzes 8, 9, and 10. A sample of everything, a free-for-all. So by then, their skill was already up to par. And here's the schedule. So first week of class, that's the only time that you could use English. After that, if you didn't understand, you had to put your hand up and say, amunj. Like that. So every week, there was a test. weekly quizzes all the way through. And at the end, there were 2 exams. And the first one was a final oral exam. And they combined everything that they learned in that final oral, and then a final written exam. So there's 2 finals. So that's what this model that I'm presenting out is all about. Okay. Now let's go to the book. If I can find it. This is not going to work if I don't have the book. Biga to one. I got it up. Can you guys see it? Going?
Going.
You have to screen share it the same way.
Let's try it. So I'm going to go to screen share, and I'm looking for, there it is. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, no kimagad.
No kimagad. Daga Anishinaabemodaa me jenikatek mazinegan. Itash Eiza Erdridge. Apache nita mazinebi ge Urza. I dedicate the book to all students that have found their identity in the language and now have that burning desire in their hearts for the language to live on. So here's the quote. Ishpin ganawain the man, kidinwain inan, kiga ganawain megat so kan, ka ganawain dung Anishinaabemowin. My teacher was Tubasana Kwat Kinu. So all I did was take the course syllabus and then I put it into the book. Everything that was in there. That's what I did. Okay? The course syllabus. There's a Miwa Pebambines, the Kino Magid. That was about 20 pounds ago. In the book, in Anishinaabemowin, Buju ga kina ginawa ki buju inim. Hello everybody, I greet all of you. Jiba mach tayan, before I start. Nga Anishinaabe ige ajina. I shall write in the language for a little while. Pebambines indigo Anishinaabemowin, idash niwin and dayanan winzuinan. So I introduced myself already. Pebambines and giga guataguigo, giga shiwiyan. I had a difficult childhood. I had difficulty in my childhood. Me wenji bimir doyan in way win. Inni wen winzuinan. And that's why I carry 4 Indian names. Pebambines, Manitu Gije, Gijaba Animaditash, and Gikeni Migo Gayen. So those are my other 3 Indian names. And they Banitasha Wabana Kwat Minoa Tabasana Kwat, Ijinikaza Niwe Enwag. So I have 3 namesakes. My father, Billy Blackwell, and Tabasana Kwat. Those are my 3 Wentans. Bishua Al and Dotem. And the Lynx is my clan. Apachini Minwain Dan Gekini Maga Al and Dotem. I'm really proud to know my clan. Nigi go sminikaning, Ijinikade, Ishkonigan Wayne Jian, Gema Wayne Jibaya, and Dai Kid. Now, here is a good way to do dialect switching. You know, if you're not sure what dialect you're speaking in, use both of them. So right there, Nigi go sminikaning, Ijinikade Wayne Jian, that's really like the Woods dialect. Gema Wayne Jibayan, that's Minnesota dialect. And Dai Kid. Like that. So it's dialect switching. So Minneapolis is the name of the community I currently live. University of Minnesota, Jinikade, Kabeg Kenta Swigamegum, and the Jegikunomagean. So University of U of M is the name of the university that I taught at. I'm really proud to know and to understand our language. In this spandan gaye in Wewin Asianikadeg Anishinaabemowin, I hold highly our language that's called Anishinaabemowin or Ojibwe. Nibok sandan gaye Jibemat Ziwanigak Kidinwewin. I also have a desire for our language to live on. And that is the reason why I wrote this book, for our language to live on. And I wanted to leave something with the Academy before I retired. And so this is a result of over 25 years of teaching this methodology that I'm presenting here. Okay. Now, here's a sentence on the bottom here. So, this book has cultural teachings that are relevant to the learning of the language. So, I believe the way we started with a tobacco song and introductions and talking about yourself, that's Ojibwe protocol. And I believe that the language and the culture are together, are joined together. And that's why, so you can't teach one without the other. It is because of that, it is recommended that a feast to the spirit keeper of the language be rendered at the beginning of the language program. By doing this, the teacher is acknowledging the connection between the language and the culture of the people. Now, here I made a prediction. This connection with culture and academia is the future of Indigenous scholarship. And I see that, you know, with the work that Dustin does, and I see that with the people, with the work that, with linguistics, and the Atso-Kan of the language is like studying the morphemes and studying Indigenous knowledge and making the connection of who we are. This is who we are, and that's why you use the language keeper as a way of teaching. You know, you use the spiritual aspect of our language to teach the language. Then you're going to go far. Kishpin gagiz magat so kan kaganoen dang dinwewe nan kiget tigo at ishpin da good it as you get kinomage. So here's an example of what a spirit keeper might look like. Okay, like that. So we're taking care of the language. Now, we don't offer a spirit plate. Offer food, you know. Use food whenever you want to pursue spiritual things. That's what that diagram's for. Now, this prayer gets used a lot. And I encourage people to take this prayer, turn it into a poster, write it up and put it in your dining room and use it. I'll just read it to you. By the way, all of this is available on a SoundCloud. All you got to do is Google Pebambines, and the SoundCloud is free, and it's a free download. This whole book has an oral free download. Okay, so you can look it up and find it, and you can hear all of the book that's in Ojibwe in it for its pronunciation. Miigwech atso kan gaganawin minangwa. We sinig gegi nawa wa inanjigang gomagabegi shik. Now, if you want to use it as a noon prayer, you say, now kwe we siniang. If you want to use it as an evening prayer, onago shi we siniang. But the first one is good for all day long. What happens is your spirit helpers, they see you working with the language, and they see you praying with the language, and they see you every time you eat. And if you partake, if you invite them to partake in what you're doing, then what they'll do is they'll come closer and closer and closer. And then what they'll do is they'll jump right into your life, and they'll help you. And they'll help you with whatever it is that you are pursuing. If you're pursuing language, if you're pursuing spiritual traditions, if you're whatever you're pursuing, they will help you. Even snagging, I could just tell Dustin that's what you were thinking. Will it help if I try snag? I tell people, try it, see if it works.
Wow, no, came a good.
Kiwi abititone, eh? So the illustrator she was really good. She's a really good illustrator. She's Louise Erdritz's daughter. She's really good at it. Now, Do Dame, you might recognize this prayer. I got this from you. And what you did was you sent it to me, and you asked me if I could put it into our dialect. And so what I did was I gave credit to Isidore Toulouse. And Isidore uses it as it was originally written in Odawa. And then my mother and I, what we did is we switched the dialect to Rainy Lake of the Woods dialect. Let me read it to you, and you guys can read along if you want. Miigwech nimishomis, kibiwaza kunin namao yin nongum. Miigwech indicate nongum gagi shigak. Wene jimino kanawapa magwa, nichibamata zig. Minawa, wene jikano nagwa. Miigwech kaye go komisanan, God de bendang a ki. Miigwech ka mishiang mino bimata ziwin. Miigwech kaye mijim, away kaye nibe. Miigwech kaye mishiang away siag. Minawaga mishiang ne say win. Asema nimbagitana, in the so undanimak. Yute wabanong, shawanong, nengabianong, minawa giwe denong. We do kawashin, chimashka wigabwiyan, minawa chizongete eyan. Miigwech nimishomis, miigwech no komis. And so, like I said, this is all on the SoundCloud if you want to learn that prayer. Now, people like to talk about each other, so I wrote this in there. Kego dajamal ken gitcha Anishinaabe. Do not talk about your fellow Anishinaabe. The reason is because mini gozi Anishinaabe ka oganaweni migon gaye. Every person has a spirit helper. Everybody has somebody looking after them. And if the individual is not offended, you might offend their spirit helper. So it's a good practice not to talk about each other. And if you do, say good things about each other, you know? And ask yourself, Nimishomis, we do kawashin, jimino gunona gwa, nichibamat zig. And you can say that every day, all day long. Help me to talk to my fellow human being in a good way. That's a good direction, a good purpose to pursue. So the first part of the book is all about prayers. Now, you can't claim that you don't have a prayer. Another joke. So the double vowel writing system is the one that I use in this book, and I give a little summary about it, and I don't really need to talk a lot about that. And then there's a sound chart, and then what I did was some people, have trouble reading double vowel. So I took some English words, and then I I put them into Ojibwe. Here, follow along with me. The first one is meat in potatoes. Meat and potatoes. Soup in salad. And that means soup and salad. Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton. Not much money in my pocket. Not much money in my pocket. She's a bingo queen. She's a bingo queen. I got a itchy butt. I got an itchy butt. Breaded pork chops. Breaded pork chops. She beat me up again. She beat me up again. I need to go to the store. I need to go to the store. Pretty baby. Pretty baby. Cheese and sausage pizza. Cheese and sausage pizza. We try to save our language. We try to save our language. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. And what's the Ojibwe word for bank? Takabakadeawe. I need to go to the party pretty soon. I need to go to the party pretty soon. So, if you want to try and practice double vowel, take English words and try to use the double vowel writing system. That's a good system. So this book is full of illustrations. So here's a sample skill. A good language student is always developing his or her vocabulary. Every time you hear a new word in Ojibwe, write it down. Have yourself a notebook. Every word that you hear. So in the classroom, I tell students, if there's a word that you hear me using and you don't understand it, write it down, because I use it over and over in the classroom. So the best language student is one that takes charge of their own learning. Every time you hear a new language, every time you hear a new word, Ojibian mazana iganing. And bimi toni tashe mazana igan. Carry it around with you. Now, whenever you see a long word in Ojibwe, don't say, oh, that's too hard. Try to build it from the back. And so for example, try this word for coffee. In the dictionary, the word does exist. Ga-pi. That's the word. That's just the Ojibwe-ized version of coffee. Ga-pi. Makade mashkiki wabo. So if you look at Anibi Shabo Bekshkobo De Gichibo Zagamik, what you do is you build it from the back. You go mig, gamig, zagamig, bo zagamig, chibo zagamig, gichibo zagamig, de gichibo zagamig, bo de gichibo zagamig, shkibo de gichibo zagamig, bekshkibo de gichibo zagamig, bo bekshkibo de gichibo zagamig. Shabo bekshkibo de gichibo zagamig. Bi shabo bekshkibo de gichibo zagamig. Anibi shabo bekshkibo de gichibo zagamig. And I think Shannon was the only one that was able to keep up. So challenge yourself every time you see a long word. Build it from the back. Don't shy away from it, So these are all classroom phrases that I use in the classroom. I kind of knew I was going to run out of time. Got about 15 minutes left. And so in the classroom, I asked these questions and I study them. I asked students to study them. Anin Asian ikazoyin. Anin dewen jibayin. Awainin gido dame. Anin a p de bishkayin. Anin in the subimorning gizayin. Anin Asia yayin. Anin any manjoyin. Anin Asia way back a goching nongum. Anin Asian ikazat nongum gizis. Anin Asia gishigak nongum. Ani nende so kuna gizit gema in nagizit nongum gizis. Medaso ako gindasun, ako medasui agindasun. And so what I do is I have this sheet of paper with your name on it, and every day I will ask you one of these questions. And every day you hear all of these questions. And what I do is I make you say it out loud. So the first one, let's say I got all 25 of you in the classroom. And what I do is I have everybody say, Ani Nejini Kazoyin. Everybody says it. And then I pick the person and I say, Gin, Ani Nejini Kazoyin. And it's up to you to answer the question. And what I do is I write whatever you say on that blank piece. And so right away you get into the practice that I evaluate every sound that comes out of your mouth, like every syllable that you make, and I write it down there. One syllable is worth 1 point. So if you make it long when it should be short, or you make it short when it should be long, then you get a point or you lose a point. So right there is very detailed. And so I ask everybody to ask the question right away, and then I pick one person. Now, if I said, all right, Chrissa, I'm going to ask you this question. Ani Nejini Kazuyin. Right away, everybody else tunes out, right? They know that they're not going to be asked. So it's a teaching method. And what you do is you ask everybody the question, and you make everybody say it, because the goal is to get them speaking in Ojibwe. That's the goal. Yeah. And they can say amanj if they want, and they just lose the point for the day. And they only get asked one question every day. But eventually throughout the whole, so there's a total of 11 questions. So in a period of 11 days, I will have asked you at least one of these questions. And then if you miss class, the second time, the day that you come back, I ask you 2 questions. So it's to your benefit to come regularly. So daily questions. And what I do is I use this as a warm-up exercise. And everybody, and I have people, you can doodle on a piece of paper if you want, but you can't have the question and answers in front of you. But you can use a pen, and doodle, and however you learn, you can use whatever learning ways that you have. So about 2 weeks after this, people get used to this, and they know the questions that they're going to be asked, and they know how they should answer it. Okay. So these are all the English translations of everything that I just said. Intentionally, the English translation is not right next to the same page, because as a language learner, what you're going to do is automatically your eye is going to go to the English. But if it's not there, your eye can't go to it. Little trick of the trade. Well, I told you I was going to give you all my secrets today. So place names. I mean, here's several ways to ask this question. Where are you from? Andi Wenjibayan, up in Rainy Lakes area, it would be Andi Wenjian. Where are you tribally enrolled? Anindi Bindige Bi Gazoyin. And I just made up that word, and as the language can be made up in it, Bindige is like come in. Bi Gazo is written. So it translates to where are you written into? And it makes sense. Bindige Bi Gazoyin. Or Ani Nejini Kade Gishkonigan Wenjian, Wenjibayan. What's the name of the reservation that you're from? Like that. So here is in Minnesota, there are 7 Minnesota Chippewa tribes, and I use a mnemonic device. Fat geese like meals near wild rice, and those are the first letters of the alphabet. The first letters of like F for fat, So Fond du Lac, Grand Portage, Leech Lake, Mille Lacs, Nut Lake, White Earth, Red Lake. Then the Ojibwe names. And then Gakabikong, Ashkabagazibing, Wisconsin, and just a lot of place names. I am planning to write a second version of this book, and I'm looking to use the Ojibwe names of Treaty 3. And I'm looking to sit over at 7 Generations and change this book into the Rainy Lake, Lake of the Woods dialect, like that. And Shannon and I are currently talking about how we're going to do that. Huh? The clan system. Get Kenim Gado Dame. Know your clan. So knowing one's clan is a great source of pride and one of the keys to one's cultural identity. Ojibwe protocol consists of knowing your Indian name, your clan, and your community of origin. So here at the time of the writing of the book, these are all the clans that I knew that existed. So I'll just read them through. A Dick, a Meg, a Jijak, a Mick, a Wazasi, B'nai Si, Bijou, Gayashk, Gay Cake, Ginu, Ginuje, Gigon, Makwa, Ma'ingan, Maname, Mang, Migizi, Mikinak, Miskwa de Se, Moshko Se, Moose, Name, Namebin, Namegus, Nika, Wamakki, Wabajeshe, Wajashk, Wawashkeshe, Way, Sheep. And when you identify your clan, you can always say, Apichi, Niminwain Dan, Get Kenny Muga on Do Them. I really like knowing and who my clan is. That's a source of pride. This one here is the first oral quiz. And what I do is the purpose of the first quiz is to get people pronouncing every syllable in Ojibwe. So I tell them, and I take something as simple as counting. Take the number 1, for example. Be, jig, identify the vowel order. And the vowel order is long, short. So when you say be, jig, it's long, short. Now, count with me and ask how many syllables do you have? So you go be, jig, nij, ne, swe, ni, win, na, nan, nin, go, dwa, swe, ni, jwa, swe, ne, shwa, swe, jang, ga, swe, me, da, swe. There are 25 syllables in counting up to 10. So this quiz is worth 50 points, but for 25 points, I grade you on the first 25 syllables. And then after that, I make you count to 100 by tens. Nishtana, Nisimidana, Nimidana, Nanamitana, Ningadwa Simitana, Nijwa Simitana, Nish Janga Simitana. And so that's worth another 20 points. So we got a total of, we should have a total of 45 points. For the last 5 points, I take any number at random from 1 to 100, and I have you learn your numbers. And what the first oral quiz does is it teaches your tongue to wrap your tongue around the sounds of the language. That's what it does. Now, I got 6 minutes left here, and there's, like I knew, we were going to run out of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open it up now for any questions. As you can tell, there's more stuff in there, more things to talk about. But the last 5 or 10 minutes, and Chrissa, I'll let you coordinate the question and answers.
There's nothing in the chat yet, but if anybody wants to unmute themselves and ask a question, they can, or you can write it in the chat.
Use the poster that we use whenever we talk about the book.
Hey, Bob, there was a quick question about when the book will be available. Do you want to speak a little bit about maybe like a time frame, or I did link the SoundCloud in the chat for those who wanted to listen. So.
Oh, good. So I talked to Birchmark Books. They are the ones that are publishing the book. And I talked to Louise Erdrich, and she sent it over to the person that's designing the structure of it. And that's where it's at right now. I already went through the edit, and it should be ready to go to print. The second thing is the second version of the book, which is going to be in the Rainy Lake of the Woods dialect, will be whenever Shannon and I sit down and talk up at 7Gs and sit down and write the dialect changes. I got some ideas that need to go into the book. Like, it would be really good to have a grammar chart in the back, like how to conjugate VTIs, VAIs, VIIs, and the other verbs, and the other verb form. I forgot what it was.
The other one was VAIs.
That's right, okay. So in the book, I don't use those terms. I use like feeling terms. Feeling terms are all VAIs. All right, any more questions?
So I want to just apologize. I came in late to the meeting, but so how, and you probably just said it, but how do we get the information, like the material you were just going over?
So Shannon is the one that's going to be, I'm going to appoint Shannon as my handler.
Okay.
She has all the resources that I have.
Okay.
We've also been recording this session, so it'll be up on our YouTube and on our website shortly.
Okay. And when will we be like tested on this stuff?
Oh, what I was doing was I was just showing you how I did it.
Oh, okay.
The class itself hasn't really begun yet. We're kind of exploring that right now. It's in the beginning stages. How would we use this book in an online classroom? So today was just the first day. Today we're just talking about the book.
Okay.
And all of its methodologies and all the stuff that works in the classroom.
Okay.
The book is based on 25 years of teaching, things that work in the classroom.
Oh, okay. Okay. So one more question.
But Shannon will test you if you want.
Okay. She'll have to add me on Facebook.
So the test is going to consist of all the Ojibwe that you heard.
Okay. I will definitely watch the recording again. So one more question. How much does the Rainy Lake dialect differ from, like, well, I'm from Leech Lake. So how much does it differ?
So Leech Lake and Red Lake and also Grand Portage, and Net Lake, they speak closer to what the Rainy Lake of the Woods dialect speaks.
Okay.
It's Mille Lacs and Wisconsin, that area that have more of the Minnesota dialect.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
But we also got a linguist sitting with us. His name is Dustin. We can ask him too. What do you think about that question, Dustin?
I think you kind of nailed it with your answer.
That's what makes a good teaching assistant, when he agrees with the teacher.
Okay.
Good day, boy.
Anybody else have any questions or even comments?
I just want to say, miigwech, thank you for opening this up, and and allowing other people to participate in this. I know since the COVID-19, I haven't been doing a whole lot of anything really culturally besides just using my tobacco once in a while, my sema once in a while, and smudging as often as I can, and giving my kids cedar baths. So hearing the language again feels good. It feels good to hear it. Otherwise, I just go on YouTube and I listen to James Volkalich. Oh, is that how you say his last name?
Volkalich.
Yeah. Otherwise, I just go on YouTube and listen to his teachings also. But I just want to say miigwech again.
So Cynthia, did you recognize that Ojibwe morning prayer?
Oh, yeah, I did totally. Ever since I was messaging the group that at the time I asked for you to help do it into our dialect, I was in university in Richmond, Virginia, and I felt really alone out there. And when you and your mom worked on it, it helped me through university because, you know, it was something special to, you know, where I was from, and it kept me grounded. So I always want to say miigwech for doing that, and happy to see it in the book. And I remember one of the times you said, every time I see you, I'm going to ask you to say the prayer. And we were at Kuchpa one time, and when I walked up to you, you said, the first thing you said to me, say the prayer. And I just kind of like froze, and I was, you know, and I said, okay, what's the first word? I said, what's the first word of the prayer, just to get me going? And you went, miigwech. And I'll always remember that because I was so embarrassed. But you know, now I can pretty much say it, and I just want to say miigwech. I know that prayer.
Oh, wow. Well, let's hear it then. Just kidding.
Miigwech.
Anybody else? Nelson.
Oh, right there. Hello. Can you hear us?
Yep.
Okay, this is my dad's first time on Zoom, so I don't know if he was able to talk because I was in another meeting.
Yeah, he was.
I think he was? Okay.
Yeah. Misquanaquat. Oh. Oh. Kegin.
Maybe you'll come back again.
Oh. Kege. Miigwech. Anybody else?
Miigwech, Pebambines, for sharing the prayers. Shinimena ninda kite achene begish a book magjage, another curriculum to be made. Doing when we work with our youth about work, the different types of Anishinaabemowin names for the occupations. We had talked about that 2 years ago, and it just needs to get off the ground, I guess, to learn the Anishinaabemowin names for the different types of occupations that are out there, like nurse, you know, doctor, lawyer. That's what I like to do for the type of work that I'm involved in. I have to leave the meeting.
Kego gewin the man. Kinigo kita usibiya ni mazan regan katachin the man. So you should write that book that you're talking about, because everybody has to take charge. You know, when somebody has an idea, I always tell them, go with it. So people stop telling me their ideas. So you should write that book that you're talking about. There's also a book already written at 7 Generations with all of the medical terms. 7 Generations has a wealth of material in their library and in the people that they work with. There's a lot of stuff over there. You know, Waking Up Ojibwe here is really cool. So get a hold of those guys.
I'll send me which.
Uh-huh. So Shannon, when people ask me, what's the best way to get a hold of Shannon? You know what I tell them? Right her on the neck. Anybody else? Melanie, what's the best way to get a hold of your dad? Yep, right around the neck. Yep. All right, anybody else? Any other concluding thoughts? I suppose I only went through like a third of the book. I'll just make this offer if you guys want it. I can pick up this discussion again some other time and go through more of the book. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys just let Shannon know of your request, and then she'll get a hold of me. If you don't already know, this is what the book looks like.
Can you show the book again? I didn't see it. That's the book?
So what you do is you can go online and just Daga Anishinaabemodaa, and you can see the order form.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, miigwech.
Uh-huh. Kevin again.
Apichigo miigwech pe gagikidoyan. Which ni Bama.
Bama Niji.